Hi, I'm George the Antique Nomad. Come with me as I wander the country in search of valuable vintage, amazing antiques, and cool collectibles. We'll buy, sell, and trade at antique malls, shops, and shows, estate sales, flea markets, thrift stores, anywhere people go to find really interesting things that just aren't made anymore. So come on, let's go!
Hey everybody, it's George the Antique Nomad, and we are taking a walk around Riverside Antique Mall in Evansville, Indiana, part of a compendium of shops here. We are right on the corner of Highway 41 and, what is this street here?
Riverside.
Riverside. Well, I guess that must be why it's called that. I have found a fashion hat with the mini pearl tag. I am not a member of the Lions though, so I suppose I shouldn't wear this around the mall. But I also found this. The first time I ever did a video here was 3 years ago. It's the first video I ever did on YouTube, and this was in the thumbnail. It's surprising to me that it's still here because I have sold a couple of these in this time for more than is on this particular one. So it might be my turn to buy this one and take it elsewhere because I think I have a customer they don't. And that's why sometimes it's good to come back to a place that you've shopped in the past, because you will see things where your attitude about them or the market has changed and they're just still sitting there sometimes. So let's go see what else is sitting here and whether we can find anything that we can turn for a profit. I'm going to try to stop and show you things and prices in a lot of ways, and I'll come back for her on our way. And so let's see, we will come down here. I'm going to try to show you a lot of individual items and prices so that even if it's not something that I can buy for resale, it's something you folks can learn about and have an idea what other antique dealers think these things are worth. And here's a good example of that, especially here. And I think it's really important to show these because you're going to honestly probably pay more for old crockery here because it was made in Huntingburg, Indiana, which is only about 45 minutes away. So this is priced at $200. It is a really good one. It's a number 15. It's got the great acorn mark. There's a bunch of other crocks around here too, but none of them are going to be inexpensive here. So if you want to if you get something you think is unusual in crockery, well, this is a good place to compare for top of the market pricing because you're going to see this neat one with the slipware here, the number 3 priced at $240. There's a Western underneath here with an interesting floral design that they usually don't have. That's priced at $235. You've got the old Red Wing here, and I think they've got $225 on that. So, you know, this stuff that sat in old farmhouses is really popular because of farmhouse decor, and it's honestly always been, especially here. Now, this booth is having a sale, and a lot of these are also Midwestern potteries, and we're seeing the prices on these coming down to more collectibles. So if you're a new collector, this isn't going to be $75 anymore. It's going to be more like high 50s. And that is in the spot where people who are collecting are actually buying now. So, you know, when you go into a store and you see a sale, sometimes it makes it a great deal. And sometimes it's just the dealer recognizing that the market has changed. So you want to do your research either before you go or while you're there, not after you bought it. The Victor fan here is very pretty and has been all redone. A lot of these have been redone now. Look at the pretty brass on here. This is why people are buying these and fixing them up, is because they're just really striking. And this one in the back here is a Robbins and Myers. That's an obscure company I've never heard of, with a logo there that looks like 1920s. Of course, so many of these companies went out of business in the Depression, so there are a lot of there's obscure automakers, there's obscure makers of any household product, whether it's pottery or glass. There's going to be lots of little companies that came and went from that era, and that's where there's a lot of potential value. A lot of the rarest things made in production stuff are things made during the Depression. Well, here's 20% off, and this has some fun stuff here. Fiesta paper dolls. That's fun. They were $15, so they'd be $12 now, and that seems like a fair price. Let's see what kind of condition they're in. This is by, oh yes, see, these all poke out, so they haven't actually been taken off or used at all, and they're showing lots of fun costumes. Mexico, El Salvador, Cuba, Costa Rica, Cuba Fiesta. Very fun. It's in pretty good shape. It's got one little piece missing here, but all the figures are still here. He doesn't look Hispanic. Is that just me? I'm just saying that he looks more Irish, but you know, people were a little less discerning then. This might be a really good thing. It's the little green sprout. It's an advertising radio from the 70s, but these old transistors are really popular now. They've only got $16 on this, and it says it works, and it sure does. They have a battery in it. I doubt I can get anything to come in here. Oh no, there we go. I'll have to take it outside to make sure it can get a station, but that is a steal, believe it or not. So, wow, I'll take it. What are we looking at here? Oh yes, some very pretty McCoy blossom time, both the yellow and the white, and then we'll get to the one in the middle, but I want to talk about this first because these show a lot of really nice shapes they did and why they're collectible. And the prices on these with the discounts are pretty good. We're looking at under $30. It used to be all this stuff went for about $50 a pop. So these prices are good. And then right in the middle we have this, which with the discount would be about $70. And it is Van Briggle. It's got that very pretty purple two-tone glaze. There's the Anna Van Briggle mark on the bottom. Made in Colorado Springs. And those are very nice. Oh yes, the cat's down here, and those are Lipper and Man. That's another Japanese import from the 1950s, and that set is priced at $60. A lot of people catching on to Lipper and Man. And then this piece here, this is a Viking glass piece that we don't see very often. It's late 70s, right before they quit producing, and it's the late 70s pink color in satin, but it's also got a transfer with florals. This is because they saw that Fenton was doing a lot of hand-painted florals and they were trying to find a way to keep going. It's got the Viking label, and it's just a strange enough variant that even though it's $20, I'm tempted to get it because I think it's unusual. So we're gonna put that with the little green sprout and tuck it under my arm and keep on going. Okay, let's see, the Davy Crockett mug. People are all hot on Fire King, and that is Fire King, and it is $8. And it used to be that these went for $20 to $25 just because they were Davy Crockett, and now with everyone so hot for Fire King, I'm thinking that's a pretty good deal. So I'm gonna check that one out. I think there might be some reseller room in that one. Oh yes, this is a travel poster. This is neat. This is out of, these would have been done with a big thing advertising Mexican National Railways. In fact, there's a copy of it. I didn't realize they had the copy for us. And that's going to date to about 1950. That's pretty cool. And it's got some wrinkling. Otherwise, that price, which is with the discount, is $62, would be really quite good on that, I think. Let's see what else that we have. I think that this space is fun, and we'll probably come back to it, but I want to show you a few more things while we can. We're going to get back into here. Of course, even if it's just local high school stuff, if you have old things that have graphics and advertising on them, there is a collector for this. This is priced at $95, and there's a stack of them. Let's see what's back here now. I know back here, as I recall, they have a dealer who's got a lot of really cool primitive wood furniture and like the old sets of drawers here. These are so popular now. And, you know, it's this original one. It says that it was from a pharmacy and that there's a label on the side that we can look at. This is going to be 1890s. It's priced at $2,600, but you know, that's a hardcore decorator price, but there are people who are paying big money for stuff like that now. I remember rescuing one from a basement, and everybody looked at me like I was strange. Why did you bother with that? And well, it sold for a lot of money, that's why. Let's see what we have up here. There is an entire rounder of little golden books, and it looks like they've got older and newer ones. These are definitely collectible, although a lot of them they're still in production. So I mean, you're seeing recent Disney stuff, but then you can go all the way back to Freight Train and things like that from the 50s. Fozzie's Funnies, for those of you who remember the Muppet Show, there we go. And these usually sell for anywhere, some are worth a lot of money. This one's $4, that's a pretty typical amount. And this one does not have UPC label, so that's got some age. But you see that a few of the rarities, especially some of the early ones from the 50s, can go for, gosh, you know, $40, $50 is usually a high end on those. And I'm sure there's some exceptions that go for even more. Let's see, well, we have a lot of glass in the window, but it's really kind of a potpourri of things. The only thing that really jumps out that I know I recognize, not that piece, that looks like it's offshore. It's a copy of an old Pilgrim design. This is Depression, but I don't see anything that really grabs me there. I mean, glass is very popular again, but I think you really want to look at your patterns and colors and, you know, think about where the market is and not just grab everything because it's a color and it looks like maybe it's Murano, because there's a lot that isn't. Let's see what we have over here real quickly while we have a chance. They've got a lot of nice furniture, which we're not spending a lot of time on here, but look how inexpensive this is. It's a set of 6 of these chairs, and they're $40 each, and they've all been recaned. These are 100 years old. They're just ready to go home and use right now. It's kind of amazing to me how inexpensive some of the good quality solid wood furniture is right now, and I think it's a great time to buy if you're interested. There's a ramp here, by the way. Just want to make sure that we don't go spilling down the stairs together. Over here, we will come into an area that has a little different feel because they have all sorts of things like oil cans and grease cans and things that you would see in a garage and maybe would think, oh, we should throw those all in the dump or take them to toxic waste. But the truth is if it's old, if it's tin, if it's got Pegasus, if it's got the old labels, there is a collector for this. Guys are spending tons of money on classic cars right now. It is at the highest pitch that it's ever been. The prices are huge, and they are, the guys who have that kind of money also want to decorate their garage to go with the cars because they're usually setting up a big display and a big extra building. This is something I see around here. This one's $40. A lot of these plastic shade lamps were done as advertising or novelties to look like stained glass, but they're just plastic shades. They're usually melted, but this one is in good shape. Now, if they advertise beer, they're worth a bunch of money. This one's $40. It's just an old car one, but that's cute enough. There's part of a Fenton piece. It's missing its handle. I believe that had a center handle that came out of it, and they put a horrible screw in its place, and that's why it's $30 instead of $60. So if you could find that piece, you'd be in business. Let's see back here. We've got double cola out of, I think that was Chattanooga was where that was from, if I remember right. So we see that around here. Oh, these are pretty. I've always liked Manhattan in the pink. These are the 1930s because they have the little feet on the bottom so that you didn't need a coaster and it wouldn't stain your table with water rings. And these are priced now with this big discount at about $8.50 a piece. These used to sell for $20 each, so that may be getting to be a price where you might be able to resell. And the piece you really want to look for is this one, because everybody started getting excited when deco came back in the 80s about using these as martini glasses. They're actually candy compotes. And so the prices on these really shot up. This one with the discount is $17. I'm not sure what they go for now. I'm going to check that out because at one time they were going for $45 or $50. If they're even going for $35 or $40 now, this is worth buying. So we're going to find out. But that'll be off camera because I've got a little bit of camera battery and a lot of research to do. What do we have here? A lot of 30%. Oh, those orange glasses over there. That's another thing that I think you're going to see a set of in my storehouse sale. I'm going to open up and have a big open house. They have a good price on these. They are only $18 for the set of 7. My price is going to be about $6 for the set of 7, except I think I only have 6, which is a nice even number anyway. Okay, Sterling Beer is another local. Holland Dairy Foods. These things are the type of things that would go well here. I have to say though, if that is as is, as soon as a clock like that is as is, they're almost impossible to fix. So to me, that's a really tough price to try to get, but we'll wish them luck. And it looks to me like we're getting to that point where we might need to wrap this up because we and the camera have other things to do and are running out of energy, but I'll just hold up a couple of cool quilts and mention that they're $85 each. This coverlet is priced at $3.95. Look at all the nice color in that though with the jacquard loom. So this place is fun. They get really neat stuff. I really enjoy being here, and it's a great place to shop. So I'm going to go off and do some more shopping. We'll come back to you soon. I'm George the Antique Nomad. Check me out on the social media and the links you see in the description, and we'll have more fun really quick. Bye-bye now.
Thanks for joining me again in the fun and fascinating antique community here where online meets the real world. Please click the subscribe button below, click the bell to be notified when new videos upload, leave a comment below, and hit thumbs up to like this video. Links to our online social media and our items for sale are in the description. This is George at the Antique Nomad. Bye for now.